Welcome to the stage of history. Yo, Lisa, are we on for real?
We're on for real, for real.
For real.
It's another podcast, people.
Episode 3. We're in the building.
We're here.
Episode 3.
Roadmen go rural. Billy Bandu.
Jim Drones.
Richard Gere.
And we're here. This is episode 3. So shouts out to everyone. Yeah, we're back again. We've got Jim Drones back in the building. We ain't in the building, but you know we did.
Fuck's sake.
You know BD's fucking...
Every time we're in a fucking building, bro, we get no outside, bro.
We've never been in a building.
I know.
In fact, you've never been in a building? Every time he fucking says we're in a building, we're outside.
It depends if you think the Earth's enclosed in a case.
Oh
Then we're in the building.
Get on to Faz's flat earth thing in a minute.
Yeah.
Farrell.
Anyway, that's too early for that. We've just started. So yeah, people, it's been eventful. Nice to see you again. What have we done since the last episode?
Loads.
Well, you've done your little Shropshire one. Have you
Yeah.
done one since then? No, you haven't, have you?
The Lake District.
Yeah, Shropshire Lake District.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shropshire wasn't a walk. It wasn't a walk in the park. It was more like a hitchhike in the fucking park.
It wasn't a walk on the fucking road either, mate. You get me? As soon as I fucking got off that train, mate, I was like, nope.
Yeah, so if you've seen part 1,
I tried though. I
you can see that old Richard Gere.
I tried, mate.
Them shoes ain't made for walking.
I walked about 80 metres.
To be fair, Jimmy did call it.
I called it. I knew I'm with. You know what I mean? I knew he was not walking.
No chance.
But
Mate, it was a fucking long drive. I definitely knew he weren't walking.
Mate, 10 minutes in,
Mate,
and he gave in.
Mate, listen, like I said to you, brother, you get me, like I tried my best and that now. And to be fair with you, it's your fault anyway.
For what?
Well, when we left your house in the morning and that now, and you forgot you wore your trainers and you had to go back for your boots.
And you stood there and wait, and you stood still.
Yeah, but that's 10 minutes of extra weight I carried on my back that I didn't have to carry on my back, bro. If you get me, and I stood there, you know what I mean? So that goes.
Yeah. So anyway, the first part of it didn't go to plan. Richard Gere didn't do the walk. But yeah, when we got there, we got set up nice. You saw the DD Hammocks set up, and I was kind of proud of that hammock set up.
Sick hammock set up, bro.
Right, the hammocks are top notch.
Yeah, it's a nice little hammock set up.
Nice little ridge line going across 2 trees. Hammock set over. We've got the hammocks up and that now. But obviously, since the last time, we've got obviously you've got them as well. Drones has got them. You've got them now. So we've got the DD Hammock front line. We've got them. We had them set up with the continuous loops. So but when you get your hammock, it comes with the strings for either side for you to tie it to the tree. But you can replace them with what you call continuous loops. Thread them through, add a carabiner to the end, and then it's just a case then of buying some tree slings. You just literally wrap it round, clip, and then you're up in minutes. So
anybody that's buying or bought a DD hammock, that is a must.
Yeah, to be fair,
that is an absolute must.
Yeah. In that wild camping group on Facebook, anyone who mentions the DD Hammock in that group, straight positive things I've got to say about it. So DD Hammock, you're doing the thing there, even though we would make amendments.
Yeah, they would.
That part where you would put the air mat in.
Yeah, that's a
that Velcro
must.
thing.
Yeah, they need more Velcro.
You need to have more Velcro, clip system, or listen,
studs.
I'm gonna give you something now,
Studs.
DD.
You know what I'm saying? Or studs,
Do you know what you need?
or even a zip.
They need to make.
Even the zip. Do you know what I mean? You got the zip. You got the zip on the fly to
Do you know
open
what
up to get in. Even a zip, mate.
Nah, do you know what they need? And DD, I'm gonna give you this now because I work in branding. They need to make their own air mats, and the air mats at the top of them, they come with an eyelet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then inside the actual thing, they've got the elastic things that you can tie that to. It keeps it in place, and you put them push button clips on the outside. Bop, bop, bop. It's not moving. It's staying still. DD, cut me the check. Or
even still, yeah.
I'm telling ya.
In the bottom,
Yeah,
or even at the bottom, bro. Have the bottom have it as an inflatable. Have a built-in inflatable mat on it. So the bottom bit there, just literally have a thing where you can blow into it.
Maybe that,
and just inflate it straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because mate, I'm putting.
But you know, the only thing that is, if you puncture your mat, your whole thing's gone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the only drawback.
I tell you what. I tell you what though. What I used it for, which come in handy, yeah. I used it. I skipped forward to the Lake District trip. Is I never took my my inflatable mat with me to the Lake District for the hammock setup. I bought myself a wool blanket. Right now, originally I took my sleeping bag and a wool blanket. Originally, I was going to put the sleeping bag underneath where you put your inflatable mat because I thought that it's not going to slide around. Because when you put the inflatable mat in, By the morning, mate, that's on the floor.
Mate, the bottom end's always out.
No, my head bit's always
Yeah,
out.
the bottom
end's mine always out like that. I got to sleep in a way where it's like
on the side.
So
So
I'm
like
keeping it in.
I was gonna use the sleeping bag to put it inside there, but then I thought, you know what, yeah, forget it. So what I ended up doing I ended up sleeping in my sleeping bag, zipped it up so far, and then I had the wool blanket underneath me and round me, which kept me warm. To be fair with you, like I had no issues with that. In fact, that was probably the comfortablest I've ever been in the hammock, right? But I found a sick usage for the little compartment underneath the hammock, and that was basically I took my clothes off when I went to bed because I slept in my boxers. Took all my clothes off, just literally slept in my boxers and that now, comfortable, warm, no issues. So what I've done is I put my clothes underneath the compartment, folded them up, my trousers, my top, my jumper, whatever, and that now, and I slept on them. And then when I woke up in the morning, you know, my clothes were, obviously they were dry because I kept them underneath me anyway, and two, they were warm, so when I put them on, it felt like, you know, they give me a little bit more warmth in the morning when I first put them on. So I found that was actually kind of I ended up using that as a wardrobe, and it worked, to be fair. Like it was a good little thing that I found at my uses. But them inflatable maps, DD, I wouldn't, either, like I say, press studs, extra Velcro press studs, or a zip.
They need to, I think they need to.
But that's the only thing I can say.
If any of you guys have got, you know, what's your technique? You know, drop a comment, or you know, you got a hammock that you're using that you think's better than DD. If you've used the DD hammock before, let us know, because I'm kind of feeling like an ambassador for DD hammock right now.
No, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't go. Obviously, as long as we've got the option to use hammocks, I'd always take a hammock.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
I'd never sleep. Yeah, never sleep in a tent if I've got the option to use the hammock.
And people say that you can't sleep on your side in a hammock, mate. Listen.
Oh, yeah,
I can't sleep on my back. I can't sleep on my back, and I slept on my. Every time
did
I
you sleep
slept
on your side in it?
I slept on my side the first time we went.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay. Oh, see, now I never.
I was a little bit dubious.
When we went Shropshire, I was like proper like diags.
I was good, mate.
Yo, Lake District, I was, especially after you two said, yo, you jiggy, you
yeah,
bounce up and down. And
sick the way them straps are.
Oh, bro, look,
sick, mate. They ain't going nowhere, and you can bounce on them, move around on them.
Yeah, they're sick, them continuous loops.
They're a must.
Yeah.
They're a must. They should just come with them, like, from the fucking get-go.
Yeah. I think we'll put a thingy in the link in the description. So
you know where.
Yeah. So we'll put a link in the description below. So if you're thinking about getting a hammock, we'll put a link in the description below for the continuous loops and for the tree slings and carabiners. What you need to basically modify your hammock to use that setup. And literally, bro, you'll be thanking us because you're set that your hammock will be set up literally within 3 minutes. From when you put your ridge line up with your tarp, your hammock and that now itself, your hammock itself will go up. And I actually bought a thingy. I bought it's like a hammock, the hammock bag.
Thing.
Yeah, it's like a little hammock bag that I bought from DD. It's like a little sleeve that you.
That's neat. Cuts down the time.
Keeps it off the floor when you're hanging it up.
Yeah.
When you come to packing it away, you literally just pull it across. You know, drawstring it and it's away. Saves it from hitting the floor, getting dirty. If the floor's wet, boom. It's easy.
Even though I've got a technique,
I've
got a technique for, you know, if you can't afford that sausage.
£9.99.
I've got a little technique.
Gonna break the bank, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, leave it on. That works all right, innit? You leave one end on the tree.
Yeah.
And
just
then
roll it up.
Yeah. Even though the next time I think we go camp, I am taking my OEX. I've got to try that out.
I'm gonna get a new one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a new 1-man, 2-man. I've got a 1-man OEX Bobcat. But I used at Brecon.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I've got one, but it's white, so it's as bad as BD's tarp.
Actually, while we're here, you need to sort that out, man.
Camping in the clouds.
Mate.
Yeah. Fucking see him from a mile off.
Yeah, it's already away. I'm not bringing it again.
It's the only thing we can see from the drone footage.
I know.
It's the freaking bright blue tarp.
Yeah.
Talk about
I've got a tarp and it is nowhere near stealth, like I said, unless you want to camp in the clouds.
It's a good tarp, but it's just
good quality. It's sick.
Bad colour.
Yeah, terrible.
Unless you're camping in the clouds, like you say.
But so what else? Yeah, you caught a fish.
So yeah,
caught his first fish.
You know what though? Yeah, caught a fish, Shropshire camp.
You're scared to touch it.
You saw me hitchhiking, you saw me with my thumb out and that on the road and that now, yeah. Like I definitely weren't walking nowhere. Taxis, Shropshire.
Taxis don't exist there.
Shropshire.
Without prior notice.
A little bit. Anyone who's watching in Shropshire and that now, yeah, that's that's probably unemployed or doesn't have a work, but you got a vehicle. Here's a business proposal for you. Start up a taxi firm, mate, because you'll make a killing, right? Because there is not one, even Siri, fucking hopeless, useless bitch, yeah. And I love Siri, but that day is a fucking bitch. Listen, there is no. Hang on a minute. There is no taxi firm.
There's no taxis. I kind of knew that though.
Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere. There ain't
But all the people drive, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
have
mean?
to drive if you live
Thank
there.
you.
There's no taxi firms, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then the taxi firms and that now, like, are coming from like an hour and a half away or whatever it is, and
We did get in touch with one. Remember the one from Shrewsbury?
yeah,
And what did they say? The charger was it 20 quid?
£20.
You know, he was like, yeah, cool, mate.
Yeah, but we're gonna take
He
you
would have
about
dropped him to the
40
top of the road. He would have given him a 20.
45 minutes to get there.
Mate, it's the convenience. It was the convenience fee. I accepted it, right? And there was no way that I was walking all that way. The freaking young freaking calf master over here and that now, yeah, freaking
I love a
Globetrotter
good
Central.
walk.
Do you know what I mean? Freaking
Love a good
man
walk,
would-
clear me
mate,
mind.
You know what, people? That is what we're going to do. We're going to do a next wild camp, and we're going to have to make him walk. We're going to have to walk.
Yeah, you have to do a walk, fam. You
can't
cannot
be
be sort
doing
of led.
wild
Now, to be
camping
fair,
shit
you know,
and
it's
just
the
fucking-
weight on his bag he moans about.
That's all it is.
He's
to be
done
fair.
Snowden.
That's
Well,
all
then,
it is.
Like,
I've done Snowden. I've climbed Snowden and got back down. And shout out to Fly and Picky and that now. Yeah, they did have to carry me for the last maybe mile, but that was
the
actually
fucking
down
whole
to
way?
that was down to an injury because I got lost and I ended up hooking up my leg in some mad terrain and whatever. But I climbed it and got back down. But yeah, it's only the fact.
You
It's
know
only
what
the
I'm
lo-
saying
it's
about-
only
you
the
know
it's
what
only it's only the luggage.
He's excellent.
Well, yeah,
Once
when you get to the spot, yeah,
he's the best
that's
thing
the man you
going.
want. But
Mate,
in
if
regards to
anyone's got
getting there,
teleportation device.
Yeah, getting there's not my forte, mate. Like I say, if I could teleport there, I'd press me a button and take me there. I'm there. But once I'm there, I'm your man. But other than that, the walk there, unless we're stopping off and like there's pubs on the way and things like that, then thumbs up. But other than that, mate, like I'm not on this, and I wouldn't mind it so much. But it's the fact that I bring so much kit with me. Do you know what I mean? Like I do
Well,
bring
it
so
ain't how
much
that
stuff.
you've just gone and bought a fucking 91 litre flipping 115 litre reindeer back.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, but that's sick though.
yeah, it's sick. But if you ain't gonna fill it,
Mate, you know
what's
what's
the point?
mad?
You should come with a taxi then, should.
Mate, listen. You know what's mad is I picked the bag up right. In the morning that we left the Lake District, yeah. I picked the bag up and that now. I picked the boat up, put the boat in Faz's car. And I thought, yeah, obviously the bag. I've told you the bag for the boat's heavy. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a heavy boat. And then I picked up my bag, bruv, and I thought, what am I doing, bruv?
Yeah, you're on
The
some
bag
next
was
thing,
even
you
heavier
are.
than the boat bag,
Yeah,
bruv. You get me?
you're on
But
some next thing.
everything that I bring, though, I need it, bruv. It's not like I don't. Not that I need it, but it gets its uses.
Now, there's certain things you
Do
can
you get what I
probably
mean?
cut back on.
Yeah, but then.
Even like the meat, you didn't have to bring lamb. You could have just bought your ration pack thing.
Yeah, but I wanted lamb, bruv.
yeah,
You get me?
like,
That's
them
mate,
things there, like a
mate,
little
you-
bit of food and that. You
Do you know what I mean?
Fuck, it's
And-
size of the
and-
meat he
and-
brings,
yeah,
bro.
but come on,
That's
though.
what he looks
Lads,
in a
but
good-
come on, though. My cooking, though.
Yeah, you're all right,
The
mate.
cooking's all right. I can't lie.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Outside cooking, you
know
do
what
the
I
job.
mean? And that's
You
what I'm
do
saying.
Yeah,
man,
chicken
yeah.
on the rotisserie was banging,
Come on, bro.
banging with the lamb. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
so
it's
we got
good.
so that's what I'm saying. So we went to the Shropshire camp and that now. You lot are looking at me thinking, and on the video, yeah, and he's like, when I say look at the hill, it looks like it's not even a hill, it's a flat road. But trust me when I tell you, that's just a camera angle. Yeah, there was a hill. I had a full bird in the bag on front of me. I had a bottle of frigging.
Full bird. It was a
brandy.
fucking baby fucking chicken.
Chicken?
baby. The whole
Mate, that wasn't a
chicken.
chicken.
That wasn't a chicken.
They don't kill baby chickens. Baby chicken's a quail, mate. Or is it a quail?
No, quails are quails.
Yeah, what you know what I'm on about. Listen, it was a proper chicken. It was something that you'd have for Sunday dinner, bro. It would feed a family of 4. Right?
There
That's
was-
Yeah,
that
it
was not a food
Nah,
fed
it
a family of 4.
Nah, it was.
No
It,
way.
that wasn't like a big thing like that. It was like a chicken.
was a
That
proper
yeah, that
chicken.
chicken that I'll cook at
I had
home.
that, I had a
Yeah, that
bo-
would do your family.
Yeah, I had a
But the way he's going
I had
on,
a bottle
like,
of
he's carrying
brandy.
everything.
I had a bottle of brandy.
So, you know what I mean?
Mate, I had a bottle of brandy. I got frigging.
Christmas
I had
turkey.
loads of shit on me, bro. You get me? Listen, I had my bag before we even got to the place. Was literally like 19 kg. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? And then when I added the bottle of brandy and then the chicken on it and snacks, or whatever else.
18.5.
Came, mate, more than that, bro. You get me? Well over 20 kg, and I was not walking. But
Tipped
anyway,
him over the scale.
but we got there in the end. We got, you know what I mean? We got there in the end. You know what I mean? We got picked up and dropped off.
And
you know what I'm
saved.
saying? And saved and that now. Yeah.
Because
So,
mate, this geezer was ready to camp
on the driveway.
road,
Oh,
on the road. It's like, I'm not going nowhere.
Mate, listen,
I was
that
like,
person's had a big enough.
We ain't even got through to no one to get us there, bro. It's like, I swear down, I ain't moving.
Mate, I swear to God, I ain't moving, bro. I was just gonna take my shoes off and everything, bro, and just post up camp right there and then, bro. But you know, but yeah,
we got there in the end.
We got there in the end, and then we set the hammocks up, set the tarps up. We had a nice little L-shaped configuration going on. We found some corrugated. We found some corrugated like roofing that we used to make little fire pits and that with. So yeah, and then that was it. And then we started off that was our 2 days there. The weather was good. Caught my first fish.
Yeah, scared to touch it.
Do you know what I mean?
Said you weren't gonna touch it.
Yeah, because that was like I wasn't gonna sit there in the camp and that now. Yeah, with one change. Cause I only took one change of clothes again, you know, bro. I weren't gonna sit there with fish shit all over me and that now. And then lie in my hammock and that now, yeah, and smell a fish for the duration of the time I was there.
You don't smell a fish, it's not dead fish.
Yeah,
It's not a dead fish, you don't smell a fish.
Alright, it's lake
Pond,
water, it's
pond.
pond water, lake
it's even
water,
worse.
whatever.
It's not
I'd
that
rather
much
smell a
water.
fish.
It's
Yeah.
not that much water, bro.
And he unhooked
So that shit you
himself.
can't even eat.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I caught the fish, he unhooked himself and put himself back in
that
the
fish
lake.
was... Yeah, because
You
it
get
was
me? And
apparently...
it was massive as well,
It's-
as you seen on
It
the
was
video.
like some season where the fish were proper aggressive. Apparently, that's what they were saying. So the fish were just on one, fam.
Yeah, it was
You know what? I know we're skipping like places
Go on.
here, but yo, the fish that BD caught in Lake District.
Oh, the pike.
Oh,
Which
bro.
you used to... Yeah.
Oh yeah, you caught and
Yeah,
Stephen caught one as well.
Yeah, Stephen caught one as well. Yeah, but the one.
That was my first pike that I caught.
That sounds like a fucking thunderclap, bro. He's gone on about 4 times. I keep forgetting it's a train.
BD caught a
big thing.
big thing.
The
like
jaws
it was.
on them things,
Yeah, big dirty teeth in it.
And yeah, like obviously I've seen that people do eat pike. It's not a common thing. Because obviously he was asking,
Do
can
they?
you eat? Yeah, they do. I looked up on the internet. I don't know if it's something to do with you have to cook it a certain way or whatever, but I did see it on YouTube and the geezer was saying like he eats it and other people do eat it. But obviously, yeah, we didn't eat it. It was catch and release. But yeah, has anyone ever eaten a pike? What do you do with it? Obviously, I'd think the same thing as anything else.
Got it and wrap it
Yeah,
in foil
but
and
like, why
smoke
don't
it, but-
people eat it?
Well, if you're like me, you don't eat fish anyway.
Don't you eat
Unless-
fish?
Nah, not unless it's come from flipping dad's land.
For real, you don't eat fish? Nah.
No. None of them like mussels and cockles and all that. Right,
Oh,
so-
Nah, I don't eat
literally
mussels and
just from a
cockles
fish
and all of
shop.
that.
Mate, I box off mussels and that, bro. All
Oh.
of them seafood things, bro. I don't give a Wrigley's, mate. You get me? Cover that in vinegar.
It didn't go like that with the crayfish Shropshire.
Yeah, it didn't go like that with the crayfish, bro. You get me? Because that crayfish looked like that was a
Fucking
zombie crayfish.
mutant
That was
from
some
fucking
mutant shit, bro.
Mars.
You get me?
Yo, some green, red, yellow,
But that was funny though.
brown.
Man, split my trousers, you know, bro. I can't believe I split my trousers. My good trousers as well, mate. That's because of you again.
Trying to be a
jump up the
superhero.
bank, bro. You get me? You can do it, bro. Like a man don't weigh, like man's not overweight and that, bro. Like you think I'm frigging Mr. Motivator can run up a bank? Yeah, go on then. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
you
This
should
guy's-
have had him running down the bank.
I did.
Oh.
He had to get back. He done it as well.
Mate, I jumped off the bank. That don't mean I can get on the bank. You get what I'm saying? Man's like, jump up, bro. I'm sizing up here. It's in the dark, you know. I'm looking at
Better do
it.
that Jackie Chan one, you know that.
But I felt half kind of brave in that now because I got my tight frigging thermal top on, my torch on my head looking like Sam Fisher out of Splinter Cell. And he's like, yeah, you can do that, bro. You get me? Mate, I took a leap up there.
All I heard
Yeah,
is.
straight away, bro. You get me?
Well, that is where the name young Snaggerbollock comes from.
Snorkelbollock.
Snaggerbollock.
Snaggerbollock.
My man sewed his trousers back together with them still on. Oh, right you for that.
Mate, I sewed back my trousers together with fishing line and a fishing hook. And nearly caught my bollock in it twice, and I think you'll see that. I think you've seen that in the footage as well, because this podcast.
Nah. Part 2.
Yeah, but this is going to go out after part 2.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah,
you'll see that on part 2 of Shropshire and that now. Yeah, but yeah, I nearly snagged my bollock and that. So they've called me hooker bollock from the region of Snaggernut near Gallivantegate. You get me? Shouts out Steve and Fazza. You get me, for Lake District, because those were the names that they gave me from there, and that. So that's our own little personal joke from down there. But that's where it come from, because I nearly
Took off a bollock.
hooked my nut with a frigging fucking fishing hook and that, man. But I got the job done though.
Yeah, you know what, fair play to you.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I was gutted I couldn't go
Bear
to
Grylls
that.
are like nothing
Oh
on me.
man,
I
you would
was
have loved
gutted,
it.
I was pissed.
You would have loved from the start when he was like fucking the walk, bro. You would have fucking been in bits, bro.
Oh, I should have bet yous.
I know.
I said to him, I said you should
I
have.
know.
You get me? Well,
He would have put money on himself.
yeah, mate, I'm new. The cheeky is he's going through the whole video and that now when you look at it,
He's saying
you can hear me saying it, bruv, like when I'm on my own with the camera, like, mate, I don't know where he's coming back with this 2 hour walk, bruv. I'm going to give it a try, but in my head, I've already made up my mind, like, I'm not walking 2 hours, bruv, with his backpack, bruv. I can barely make, but I'm sizing up from the train station, because I don't know where the train station is to the shop. I'm thinking, yo, how far's the shop from the train station first? But literally, as you get off and you bus a corner, it's right there. I was thinking, yeah, winner. And then when I looked up that hill, bruv, I thought there is no chance in hell, bruv. I am walking 2 hours up and down and then winding roads, bruv. And when we got a lift there, I'm looking at the roads.
It was a distance, and the roads are
Nah, it was a bit for fam. Why do you think I said to you went walking? I knew you weren't going. But you know what? That is the next one. People, trust me, we're gonna do a proper walk, and you will see some good footage of this geezer.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Out his arse.
Yeah, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. But I'm rather gonna go light, bro. I ain't taking none of that shit with me. I'm just gonna pack proper bare minimum.
You always say this.
No, I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna go home now today. Jump on Amazon.
Have your walking kit and your taxi kit.
Yeah. And find all kinds of like plans and how I can make this shit easy for me, man. 'Cause it's not even easy. My boots, bro, weigh 5 kg. My boots alone are heavy.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. This is why you have to think about where you're going.
Yeah.
So what do you need?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? So certain places you don't need them. Well, not them, but you know what I mean. Them
Mate,
lowers.
them lower boots came in fucking clutch at frigging Lake District, bro. I'm telling you now. Them boots came in clutch. The water came up to my shit, like just literally like.
Yeah, you'll see it on
You
the
know what I
footage.
mean? You'll see.
I'm recording, and these two have gone over in the boat first, and he thinks he's on the side. He's jumped out the boat. Boom! All you've seen is up here. I'm pissing myself. I'm saying someone's got a wet foot.
Yeah.
Got over the other side.
Boners.
Foot's bone dry.
Mate. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to feel the water seep through and saturate my socks, but it just didn't come. And I was thinking, rah, like these boots are the bollocks, bro. So the lower boots, mate. You get me the LOWA.
I've been looking at
sick boots. Sick boots, bro. Can't lie. Tough boots, mate. You get me? They did come in handy.
I can't have my own lane though. Gotta get my own stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I was looking at some Berghaus ones.
Yeah. Oh, the revolution.
Shouts out to Berghaus.
Yeah, shouts out to Berghaus. You get me?
Leave no trace. Don't be a tosser.
Don't be a tosser.
All of that.
All that good stuff.
Fucking sick, bro. Shouts out to Revolution Race because I'm making another purchase at the end of this week. Fam, they are sick, fam.
What did you get?
The jacket. The jacket. It's like it's called Hyper Shell. It's like their own patented version of Gore-Tex.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So it's Hyper Shell. It's got all taped seams and everything. Nice set of pockets. It's got loads of features, air ventilation things here, and I like the way it's got like a kind of fit, like it's it's contoured to your body kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like reinforced mouth guard, and then the bottoms, sick fam, sick waterproof, loads of pockets. It's got a clip that you clip onto your boots to hold it in place. Fam, you're gonna see me bowling around in that because it's that hard. Nice. I didn't show him the trousers, I showed him the jacket.
Nice colour still.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Shouts out to Revolution Race.
Anti-horsefly material.
You know me, bro. You know I love it.
What's that?
Can't stand them, you know.
The bites. It's not about the bites.
The horseflies
traumatised me, bro. Yeah. I got bitten up. Bitten up.
All over me.
I never got bit once.
I even got brushed by common hogweed people, and it fucking give me a bump here. It's gone now though. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that hogweed ain't a joke, bro. The hogweed's not a joke. Like I was saying to like we were saying when we was down in Shropshire and that. Now we had on the Saturday morning. We went out and we went and foraged and we went and tried nettle tea for the first time. So we picked some nettles, boiled them up, had some nettle tea. It just tastes like green tea to me. Obviously loads of goodness in it.
Tasted exactly like herbal green tea.
Herbal green tea, like good for you. You can make it into soups and all kind of stuff. So we tried that. We also got some. Was it Herb Robert?
Herb Robert.
We got
some that on the beef and the mushroom.
Yeah. So we got some Herb Robert. And
that was banging.
Yeah,
I thought that complimented that.
It was nice. BD Bandu got some elderflower, fried up some elderflower, add some elderflower as well, fried that up and it that.
Yeah, you can fry it, yeah. You can fry it as well. You fry up the flower part, not the green part. And that's kind of what I've done. I left too much of the green on, I think. Because the green's got something called, I think it's called glycosine. So it's like, it's not poisonous, but it's not, you know, good for you in large quantities. But you're meant to fry up the flowers and then eat the flowers. But I fried up the flowers with a little bit on the green on. So when I tasted it, the initial taste, I was like, yo, banging this is.
That's why you got an appendix, you know. You see an appendix, right?
To take out all that shit.
That's why you see years ago people used to eat grass and green shit. You get me? And the appendix was used to break down that matter.
Yeah.
So that's why these people these days, so you don't need a fucking appendix.
That's what it's for. It's because you're not eating the
things.
We've
got fucking flat teeth, mate. You get me? Because we're fucking meant to be herbivores, we're not supposed to be.
I was telling Lydia
I got fat looking here, you know.
We're not carnivores, we're supposed to be herbivores.
You get me?
Do you know what I mean?
But basically the first initial taste was banging, nice taste. The only thing I could say is like, when I first tasted it, I was like, oh, this would be nice on popcorn. But the aftertaste from the green, proper bitter and that, that part weren't nice. But if you get the heads, you know, chop them, fry them up lightly, decent. And obviously you've made some elderflower juice now, picked some locally with the kids. We brewed up a little batch, gave it to the man them to taste, and got the go ahead from the guys.
Put that over on that chair.
Yeah. What would you guys say that the elderflower juice was like?
Oh, the elderflower juice was banging.
I think the elderflower juice was fire.
It's as good as that bottle green stuff that I buy.
Yeah.
And that bottle green shit ain't cheap.
Oh yeah, the elderflower is banging.
Yeah, the elderflower apple juice.
Yeah. The elderflower was banging.
Fire.
So
baddest juice.
Yeah, that's a winner. Try. You should try it, man, because that was something different. And well, you can't try it now because it's kind of going out. It's coming out of the season now. Yeah, you can't get it all year round because obviously now the berries are gonna come in. Do you know what I mean? So you could make elderberry juice or cordial or jam or whatever you make from the berries.
I get it.
But so that's I like that about it. Everything is seasonal, so it comes in. So it's like once that's out, I'll move on to something else. I'll look for what's in season.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of like. That's what living off the land is kind of really about. You get me?
That's what I'm saying. So when you use on about living off the land and you got the foraging, obviously that book that you've got in that now. We're down there in that now, bro. Yeah, we're going out and we're doing this foraging and we're going out looking for nettles and stuff like that, things that we can eat in that camp and whatnot. And bro, I'm not clued up to things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm learning still. Obviously bandus are expert as such.
Yeah, I'm the closest thing we've got to an expert.
On foraging, and
if I ain't got that book, I'm useless.
He does a lot of research and stuff like that. And mate, I'm down there and that now, and I'm walking through brush, and I'm doing this and I'm whatever. And my man's pointing out these trees, and this bush is poisonous, and this bush here burns your skin for up to 7 years. And mate, everything out there wants to kill you.
Trees are saying, the yew tree, remember saying, don't use that to cook.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you have those things you have to kind of take into know what a yew tree looks like,
and stuff like that.
Toxic.
So if you're going out there and you're doing camping and you're thinking, I'm just gonna use this wood on the floor or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to be chopping down anything alive or anything like that. But any dead wood that's on the floor, if you can't identify the wood that you're using to, have a fire. If you're having a little fire and it's contained and stuff like that, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. But if you're planning on cooking over an open fire and you're using wood that you're finding on the floor, just make sure that you know what wood you're using, people, because up until he told me and that now, some of the wood that you're using is toxic. You can't be using that to cook your food over. Do you know what I mean?
The hogweed thing for me was the eye-opener.
Just be careful.
The giant hogweed and common hogweed. It's basically something, it's from the carrot family. So like, you've got carrots obviously, that green shoot that grows up. It's got like a certain type of look. There's these other things what have those green kind of shoots, but then they've got this thing called an umbelliflower, white leaves that come over, kind of like how elderflower looks. It grows off the floor, and there's loads of them in this same family. They all look very, very similar. Some of them are deadly, some of them are less deadly. Some of them are all right to eat, but it's like you just, if you don't know what you're doing, just don't business with that whole family, fam.
Yeah,
fam. That
you have got to know what you're doing.
You've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have. To be fair, it's not like especially if you're going out there. Obviously, people are going out there to camp and do whatever simple. But when we go out there, we're doing what we're doing, like we're cooking food and we're trying to forage and we're going to some places that are, they're off the beaten track and that. You've got to know what you're walking past. You know, you
I was speaking to a woman.
Drop your trousers to go take a squat, bro, to take a shoot, bro.
When
You sit on one of them plants, bro.
Last week when
you fluffed it, mate.
When me and Paul was doing the boat, I was talking to the woman up there, and you know, we spotted the hogweed up there, and I said, "Oh, that giant hogweed." And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's a proper problem around here. There's loads of it growing in the, you know, in the rough kind of thing." And you know, we just talked to her about foraging and blah blah blah, picking out the flower. And she was saying, she's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to get into it," but she goes, "My husband, basically someone related to her husband, died from foraging, picked the wrong mushroom, and flipping died." Yeah, she's like, "I said, swear down, bro."
Well, that thing, that what you call it? Is it hemlock?
Yes, hemlock.
Who's that geezer now?
Socrates.
Socrates.
Yeah, he killed himself.
To kill himself.
As a poison. Yeah, and that's
what he chose as a poison,
mate,
to kill himself.
Go to the park now, you'll find that.
Hemlock's everywhere, mate. You go down the M way. You see it all down there. Obviously, they're not paths that you could, like, you know, the M way, you know what I mean, the side of the road where no one's going to walk down there. But you go down the M way, bro, that white flower that you see everywhere, that's hemlock. Do you know what I mean? That's poisonous. It's fucking everywhere, bro. Everywhere. Mate, we got down to Shropshire, and we was, you know, we found a place where we was camping, and we thought we'd go somewhere else and have a look at this other part.
Area.
Mate, crossed over like a little ridge and that now, mate. Fucking hemlock grove. Do you know what I mean? Like everywhere, bro. Hogweed grove, hemlock grove, horsefly central. Mate, the minute I got there, bro, zzz, bam, straight on my arm. I was like, fuck, here we go. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I said to him, I said, mate, U-turn, get out of here. Forget that. Let's go back to over here. And we just that's where we ended up camping. Found a nice little flat patch right by the side of the stream, where obviously the crayfish was and whatever. But
yeah, and people, we haven't tested the grail yet, but that's something we're going to be touching on.
We keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting.
We're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on that.
I keep forgetting.
Kills me. I'm going to have him drinking out the flipping pud around the corner.
We will do that.
Okay,
I keep forgetting.
You know what? We'll get the camera off after this. We'll have him drinking out the pud around the corner.
Well, I ain't fucking got it. You know what I mean? I ain't got it on me, so you can't get me on that one. But yeah, we will do that. We'll make sure we do that.
Yeah. So what else did we touch on? What else did we? Yeah, me and you bought the Berghaus front. Is it Frontier? What's the bag called? Survivor. Berghaus Survivor 3. What? 45 litre.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
Good. Don't get me wrong.
You kind of seeing that.
Yeah, I
that
think
you need more for a 3 day.
I should have bought up like a 65 litre something.
Yeah.
You know, like if we're going to do a free.
Yeah, that's what I kind of. That's what I've kind of. Yeah.
I would need a little bit more room, but I made it work.
Yeah.
I made it work. Don't get me wrong. It was bulging, but it was comfortable.
It's a good bag. It's comfortable. It's got the good support on the back.
Berghouses make good bags. Berghouses are decent, man. Berghouses make good bags. I mean, apart from that sleeping bag.
Yeah, that's.
Sleeping bags.
You know what? I had no problems with that sleeping bag. This last camp we did, Lake District, but.
You should get the what? You should get that same one that I've got. And when you come to mine and you see me fold my sleeping bag down, and you're like, right, how'd you get it down like that? That's a 2 to 3 season.
Mate, you know that sleeping bag that we've got? Do you know what it says on the zip? Have you seen what it says on the zip on the inside?
It doesn't do what it says.
You know, there's the zip by the neck bit there. It's got the actual temperature gauge thing on it. Yeah. You know, it's supposed to keep. That's supposed to keep you warm up to -9.
Nah.
Not a chance in hell, bruv. -2 in my forest, bruv. I was talking to God. You know what I'm saying, bruv? Bruv. -9, nothing, mate. That's some false advertising, bruv. You get me? I'm telling you that now because that is not a -9 sleeping bag.
It's not. Like, look, you know what? I need to get the best thing about that Berghaus sleeping bag is
that's why though. That's why.
Nothing.
That's why because there's probably nothing to it.
Yeah. But that's because it was fucking cheap, weren't it? You know what I mean?
Get one of mine. Like, I'm telling you that 2 to 3 season mountain warehouse.
I was surprised to be fair for Berghaus.
Lovely stuff,
mate. It was
mate.
cheap for it.
Yeah, it was.
And I can get that. Like, I can get
40 quid or something, weren't it?
Your one was. My one was cheaper than that. 2 to 3 season as well. You get like, that wide, like that.
Yeah, but that takes a lot of room, bro.
I've got a 2 to 3 season sleeping bag, bro. You get me? But it's like bringing your freaking cushion off your couch, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
what I mean.
The ones that I've seen in where was it? Mountain Warehouse, and that's a 2 to 3 season, and like it packs down tiny, same size as this Berghaus one, but I'm sure it was about flipping 140 quid or something. I thought,
some of them are. The ones that, mate, any of them things there. I just look at the Sherpas. You know, like the Everest stuff, and mate, if you fucking they're taking it on Mount Everest, probably
it's good enough for Forrester White.
It fucking is, mate. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you.
Don't
mate.
say.
To be fair, if man are doing a winter camp or an autumn winter one, I'll be definitely spending my 140
I'm up
like
for a winter one.
100%,
and I'll be bringing a wool blanket as well.
Oh, that wool blanket, to be fair with you, mate, the wool blanket, bro, fuck me, bro.
Even the one I've got a little blanket, it's not wool,
it.
it's like cotton, but with my 2 to 3 season and that.
Yeah, well, what I did, I bought a sleeping bag inner, so it's like it's not thick or nothing, and it packs down tiny, but inside that, get in that, and then inside your sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag
and
liner.
You know what? I was jiggy, but yeah, like that is my next purchase.
Yeah, I've got to upgrade. I've definitely got to upgrade my sleeping bag. It has to be compact like that one, though.
Yeah, that's
because
what
I'm used to that one now. You get what I'm saying?
You can't sacrifice
that space in the bag now. That's certified for a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
So anything extra, like so, you're gonna like you say, because you want it small. I'm used to that being small now. Any smaller, better, but it has to be more quality, like warmer. Which means you're definitely gonna have to spend more money. But I can't compromise any more space in the bag for a bigger sleeping bag, bro. It's gonna have to be. So I'm gonna have to spend the extra money, bro, because I know anything I want to get that size is gonna be more money.
Yeah.
But it's like you say, for winter it's worth it. Do you know what I mean? It's worth it. So yeah.
So what else? Yeah, the boat, man. What did you think about the boat?
Do you know what? The boat, people.
Sick, blood.
Sick.
Yeah, I got more faith in it after going in that little
bad.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, it was a laugh, man.
Like, let's have it right. It's a blow-up dinghy.
So is it the Excursion? What is it? The Excursion?
Excursion 500.
Okay.
Something like that. Excursion 500.
Yeah. It's meant to be a 5-man boat. Now, I still wouldn't trust 5 men in it. I'll be honest with you. But
now, to be fair, you know what?
5 men with nothing.
Manufacturing instructions.
I'll still be a bit dubious.
Not space-wise, but you'd get 5 men in it. Depending on weight. Obviously, you ain't going to be able to get frigging
5 of you.
5 of me in it. I've lost weight now, but I'm on a diet, and do you know what I mean? Little O now. Not big O's, the full 28. Little O.
He's the half. 14.
I'm half of O's. But yeah, it was a good boat. I was actually surprised, and we've stood in it. With shoes on, moved around in it, luggage in it, this, that, came on rocks.
Yeah, it was. You know what? He's man standing up in it, getting the bags out, and it didn't for 1 minute look like it was going to tip. It didn't it looked proper. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. You get me?
It made the trip, man.
Yeah, you know what? It did make the trip.
Couldn't
have done it without that.
You know what I mean? And we bought a little tarp as well to go over it, which was had like leaves and that now, and they turned around and told me when I bought it, so I'm gonna have to go back and double check this shed, but the tarp was supposed to be 3 meters by 3 meters. Bridging the tarp that I got was never 3 meters.
That was about 1 meter by 2 meters.
That was about 2 meters by 1 meter.
It's the same length for this bag,
mate.
But
it was the size of a single duvet cover. That's what it was, bro. So man could only cover the half of the front end of the boat, and then the rest we had to throw leaves on it. Do you know what I mean? And if you're wondering why we're doing that, is the reason why we've done it is because when we beached the boat, where we stayed on the island in Lake District, rather than deflating it and inflating it and whatever, risking it getting punctured by twigs or whatever and that now, which would have been hard because the boat is good quality. It's a really tough rubber and that. We left it inflated and then we put the tarp over it and covered it with leaves. So anyone like that was either trekking past or whatever, they wouldn't be able to see this big bright blue and white boat on an island knowing that we were there. So we done it as a camouflage thing, so but it worked. So as we're talking about the boat going onto the Lake District, what was your when I turned around and said to when I put it in the chat initially and said we was going to the Lake District and we were going to this island and we showed you the pictures, and bearing in mind all this research that we've done was purely on Google Images and YouTube. We'd never been there before.
I'll say this first. The first 2 weeks, I was just like whatever because I didn't even do no research into it. Then when I started doing research, I was looking at the Rug Island. Then I was like, yo, what the fuck is this geezer trying to get us to?
You know what?
And then once I got the confirmation, it weren't where I thought it was. Yeah. I came here, spoke to Paul, done some real sailor recon.
I was just more dubious about the boat more than anything. I'm just like, it was the first time we'd used the boat, people. So you know, we took this boat. We'd never inflated it before. You get me? It was brand spanking out the wrapper, and like, I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be a bit of a
mate, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when we got there and we seen the weather and we seen the way the water was, I was kind of sweating it because I'm thinking, mate, the boat's going left, bro. Well, in our case, the boat's going right. because of the way the water was going. I'm thinking, mate, we're going to get swept away down.
That's another thing you'll see on the footage. People like,
funny.
I'm taking the piss out of these two. These two went first.
Yeah, don't say these two. He was rowing, I was filming.
Oh yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I probably would have got there if I was filming.
Let's have it right and that now. Yeah, this is going to come out before the Lake District footage, innit? Or after?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so what you're saying.
When I'm rowing the boat, I'm rowing the boat because when you put the oars in the side of the boat and that now, the boat itself comes with 3 chairs, blow-up chairs. So we decided not to use the blow-up chairs for the sake of time and whatever else. We just blew the dinghy up. We thought we'll get across, whatever. So when I'm sitting in the dinghy, I'm supposed to be a little bit higher up because I'm supposed to be sitting on these inflatable chairs that go inside the boat, which we didn't use. So as I've got in, I'm sitting down flat. I'm not the tallest of people, do you know what I mean? So I've got these oars in the side, but as I'm rowing, there's these little plastic things that stick out the side of the boat, which I think is used to put like some kind of rope around it, or so that you can pull. So you can pull the boat up. You've got something to hold on to when you're pulling it to shore or whatever. So every time you go to use the oars and to row, it keeps catching on these plastic things, so it's sending the oars all over the place and rare, and it looks like I don't know.
We're going round in bloody circles already.
Yeah. So in the end, I ended up getting up, right, and literally just on my knees and just rowing, and then we got the job done.
He always gets the job done when he's on his knees.
You get what I mean?
You walked into that one.
But now you know what? To be fair, you were doing all right. But what we've done is
you're pulling me back.
Right. So we've attached the rope. Right, so when them two get the other side, we can pull the boat back across. Obviously, makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've got Farrell
young Fazza
on the rope. Right.
Tugboat.
Instead of giving it a bit of slack, which you can see on the footage, man has got it taut as fuck. You get me? So he's paddling like a fucking good un. Fazza's holding it tighter than like, bro.
So basically, I'm working again. Like I'm going nowhere. The boat's going round in circles, it's going this way, that way, then we ended up back at where we started. I'm sure we ended up back there twice. We ended up back where we started twice, then we got across, and then old Bandu here, right, decided to
Don't say old Bandu,
have the oar in his hand.
And Fazza pulls it back.
So we've got one oar on the island, they've got one oar.
Anyway,
mate.
The oar should have stopped in the boat.
Man's got out with the oar in his hand.
Cheering like a good one, like England have just scored. But funny that was.
Funny, so definitely take that out again.
Crazy. 100%. Next time we take that out, I'll have a lot more confidence.
I think we should just take that out on just a day out on that.
Well, this is what I was saying. We should have went fishing on it. I really think.
The only thing I didn't want to do, fam, was take that out, and that was our means to get back. Obviously, it wasn't like it was flipping 100-metre water. But
I mean, I went swimming in it. I swam in it.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Indiana Jones, mate.
It's like
fucking Irish.
Fucking young Indiana Jones, bro. You get me? I fucking loved it as well, man. I felt one with nature. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Freezing as fuck, but loved it.
I rate him.
Sucked up into my stomach.
It was cold. It was cold.
You know what was mad? Yeah, the water was cold, but the rocks at the bottom were warm. Mate, the rocks at the bottom. When I stood on the rock,
you know when you man went,
but the water was cold.
It was like warm. What the fuck?
You get me? The water itself was cold, but the rocks at the bottom were warm. It was mad.
I don't even think I touched the water. Oh, shitting about my fucking drone touching the water.
Oh yeah. Jim Drone's got some good old drone footage.
Yeah, got some good footage on the drone. Some sick footage, to be fair.
What about the recon we done on the other island? That was funny, bro. Whoever them guys are and that now, if you were there on the other island and that now, and you're watching this, and you know, drop a comment and let us know if it was you.
15 of them on there already.
Oh, that's shitty.
But yeah, it was a sick trip, man. It was all good fun, man. It was sick.
It was the most challenging, I think, in terms of
what we've done so far.
And it wasn't hard, but just setting up with the weather.
Yeah, you know what? We just had different aspects of it, didn't we? With the weather, the boat, like. We wouldn't have ended up stopping where we stopped unless it was for the boat. Obviously, it was good. It was a good walk, to be fair. As much as you'd be surprised after this geezer, but and like with all the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because that boat weighed a fucking ton.
Well, it's an excursion, mate. You need to build your handles a bit more strong.
Oh yeah, man.
Shouts
out to Drones here. because Jonesy, the final leg of the trip and that now, my man got
put it on his head or his shoulders, or I don't know where he fucking pull it.
Put it
where I put the fucking got the energy from, bro.
And freaking muscled through, man, and got it up.
To be fair, I thought, these lot are gonna moan now. I've broke the. I went to grab the handle.
Oh, was it you that broke it?
Ripped it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. To be fair with you, anyone could have done it, though, bro. If it went like it's not a biggie, you know what I mean? It's a minor, bro. If you get me, that can get sold. In fact, I need to sew it. I need to mend it. That'll get sold, bro. I'm gonna use some fishing wire and a hook.
I like it.
Strong.
Authentic.
I'm gonna leave the hook in it.
So, where's the next trip? What we doing for the next trip, man?
Oh yeah, shit.
Next trip.
Oh, hang on. I just want to say though as well. When we left, we went through that little town, Ambleside.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Fucking mate, if you ever go to the Lake District and that now, yeah, there's a little town called Ambleside. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
beautiful little place in the country, like in the middle of nowhere. It's lovely. Clothes, every clothes shop's there. A fucking a burger house or a friggin' adventurer shop, like Blacks or. I don't think there's any other shop other than outdoory kind of gear, whatever there. But they've got bars, restaurants, cafes, nice little trinket shops and genuine like crafty stuff. The place is beautiful. Like
they've
it's
got
absolutely
a Greg's.
stunning. They've got a Greg's, and all them kind of stuff there. But like it's a nice little town. So yeah, I just wanted to.
It was lovely.
I was very impressed with that.
That was a little
you could take,
cherry on top for the trip.
Yeah, it was. You could take your missus there and that.
I bought this bag.
Oh, a satchel.
And it's not a man purse. It's a satchel. Indiana Jones has got one. So I bought this bad boy. Yeah, cost me 80 quid. But you know what? It's worth every fucking penny. Spent 20 quid on the missus. Spent 80 quid on myself.
From when I heard the till ring up, I'm like,
6 quid on the kids.
because I went in there first.
Yeah,
So I've took him back there. Heard the till ring up, 120 quid. So I'm like, it's 120 quid in here, and he's like, yeah, it's like what you bought, like this and that. And I'm like, oh, back. He's like, yeah, for me. I'm like, how much is that? 80 quid.
Mate, when you come back to the pub and told me that before.
I bought a nice little
genuine leather.
Shit, it fucking wants to be. I don't know what it wants to be.
Genuine leather. I'm gonna wax it as well.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's nice. And the woman in the shop was lovely.
Yeah, she was. It was a nice shop. It was a nice little shop. To be fair. So yeah, what is it? So what you saying? The next trip.
What are we doing for the next one, man?
What you reckon, Jim?
I don't know. I think
that secret beach was on the cards, but you're talking about this.
I don't mind.
I'm just on
something a bit different.
Well, you got the secret beach, you got the slate quarry that you've been wanting to go to. We got Thor's Cave that we keep saying that we wanted to touch on.
See, Thor's Cave, I think is more of a that's just going to be a one night thing.
Yeah,
particularly if we're going to stop just.
I wouldn't do that. No point doing 2 nights there.
The
quarry would be a 2-nighter.
I think the quarry would, we could do 2-nighter in the quarry.
Yeah.
Or we could do 1 night in the quarry, 1 night in Snowdonia or whatever, or Snowdon or whatever it's called.
Yeah. To see, so I mean, I think it's off the top of our head straight away. It's going to be those 3. And it's going to be the quarry, the slate quarry, the Thor's Cave, or the secret beach in Snowdonia. Shouts out to my boy Fly. He's the one who's told us about this secret beach in Snowdonia. He sent us some pictures and some footage. Looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it does look boom.
So,
what do you want to see us do?
Let
Slate
us know.
Quarry, Thor's Cave, Secret Beach.
Yeah, let us know.
Throw it up. We're not saying we'll listen to you, but we will take your opinion into consideration.
Yeah,
definitely, if it makes sense.
So
we're trying to keep it different. You know, every trip we're not trying to keep every trip the same.
No,
what I was saying is, I said,
different dynamic.
You can't take hammocks the next trip, even if you love your hammock. You can't take your hammock, bro. You can't, bro. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't.
well, it depends on where you're going.
Obviously, it depends. But if you're just going to choose places that are convenient for hammocks, bro.
All right,
that's not wild camping. That's just choosing where you're going.
No, not at all.
You give us some feedback in this, then, people. I'm saying next trip we do, we don't take no hammocks and we don't take no tents. We'll just take our tarps. Yeah.
I'm up for that.
If we're going to do wild camping, let's do wild camping.
I'm up
with
for
a bit of walking.
With some,
if we're taking the tarps, mate, you gotta walk with that.
Mate, 100%, bro. If we're going like that, bro, I'm gonna have no frigging gear on me at all, bro. So I'll be 100% off. I'll walk wherever you want me to, mate. I'm down for it. You've said it anyway. I've said I'm down to do it.
I think you get me. We just take our tarps, my little air mattress, and a decent sleeping bag.
I'm down, mate. I am. I'm 100% down for that, bro.
I want my sleeping bag and my little blanket.
You know what? I might borrow Lily's sleeping bag. Lil, I might just borrow your sleeping bag.
Combine all the tarps together.
Yeah, and make a
proper dome. A dome shelter.
Yeah.
Folding the bottoms.
That was the plan on Lake District, but
you've got to go in with that plan premeditated. That wasn't premeditated. That was just, we got there. Oh, let's try this. Didn't think it out. You've got to lay them tarps out and connect them in the way you're connecting them, and then do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're trying to put them up in an area, and that's the overlapping, the underlapping.
Well, I've actually bought some poles now. I actually bought them the other day. I bought an actual, because I've got a pole with my OEX tarp, and I bought an additional pole. I think it's 6 meters, so you get 2 out of them. So like for the front of the tarp and the back of the tarp, so you can actually have it as a tent.
I kind of get.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So I went and bought them. I've got them off Amazon. They were like 10 quid for some aluminium poles, and that they were cheap. So fucking, I bought them now.
You know what? I'm gonna do that then.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy some poles because I
Yeah.
was thinking about buying the walking poles, but really and truthfully, we ain't doing any walking, particularly with this Richard gear.
Look
So, yeah, that went out the window. But them aluminium poles,
definitely get some.
if we're gonna use use the tarp, that's got to be a must. Because you need to be able to prop it up at the front end.
Yeah, I mean, you can tie. You'll be able to tie it off a tree somewhere, but that's the same. If you're gonna find,
trees.
you don't know what
Yeah,
you're gonna find until you get there and have it.
Yeah.
So better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, so
and
we'll pen that
fucking
in,
a pole,
and we'll
whatever.
keep you all posted on our.
A real wild camp.
Yeah, we'll go on a mad one. I might even if the time's right and we get there and we don't need to use the poles, we can use some kind of spruce or whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah,
use,
well, if there's something available there,
But,
better
yeah,
than
we'll do that. We'll do a
We'll
wild
tie
camp.
a tree and
that'd be a good one.
You know what I mean? And is there anyone out there that wants to join us on this wild camp adventure? I'm talking no tents, like we just said, just a tarp, your sleeping bag, and you know what I mean. Obviously, your few little bits and bobs or whatever, like your cooking stuff. But other than that, no tent, no hammocks. Literally, like proper, like, mate, you better get that tarp up, otherwise you're sleeping rough.
Yeah, and trust me, it gets real. Don't be fooled by don't be fooled by the part 1s and the part 2s. Like, there's moments in there where it gets very tense, and there's moments where, trust me, it's
not easy.
It's wild.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy, mate. Like, it's not easy.
There's
to
no
keep saying,
fucking
like, it's
IKEA
not easy.
button where you press it like bish bish bash bosh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's
Gotta think on the fly.
You like the car is not 5 minutes away where you can just
Yeah.
say, fuck this, I'm going back to the car. Nah.
Because
Not
believe
at
me
2 o'clock in the morning.
If at White Forest and the car was 5 minutes away, I'm telling
would've
you
been
now,
gone.
these lot would have woke up and found me gone, and I would have been in the car, bruv. Right, I'm telling you now, because that was not easy, bruv. That, to be fair, that was the hardest night I've done camping. White Forest.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Since then, one thing I will say is you've been much more
prepared.
I've
Yeah.
seen this guy come with thermals, schmermals and mermals,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's got them all.
You had to.
He's
Telling you, mate.
learned his lesson.
Telling you, although I still never brought, like, I still only bring like one change of clothes. I don't really bring.
Yeah, to be fair, I do. Fresh boxers, really and truthfully.
Well, when I
mean,
when I went to
nine times out of 10,
Shropshire,
if
I
I'm
didn't bring
wearing-
none. I went in the obviously my underwear safe, but my clothes out as.
Yeah.
I went full weekend.
It's all long.
Same clothes.
And
And go.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing no girls out there. I'm not really. You know what I mean?
It's not a fashion parade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you know what I mean?
definitely not.
You went
It's
out there
definitely
to
not.
impress nobody, mate. This is gutter, and you know what I mean. This is rugged shit. Do you know what I mean? So
when you see us in the sand arms, second day and first
Yeah,
day,
it's how
you
it
know
goes
what I
out
mean?
there.
It is what it is, isn't it?
yeah.
If you want to come on a wild camp with us and you want to bring a change of clothes for every day, you can do that.
Because you'll be moaning like me, mate. You'll be the first one that don't want to walk nowhere. I'm telling you that now. You get me? And I'll just be looking at you like, yeah, see, told you, mate. You get me? Shit, ain't joking, man, ain't joking around. But so we'll do that. We'll plan something.
Yeah.
We'll plan.
So sorry. Yeah. Go on. You got anything more?
No, I mean we're doing a one nighter again in Shropshire. Just a little
Yeah.
getaway.
We'll catch that because
You know what I
Jim
mean?
Drones wasn't on the last one, so we'll go again.
Yeah.
And that will be more exciting stuff.
It's only fair. We missed him down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed it. I can't
Especially
lie.
when I'm around the fire and I'm getting absolutely off my fucking head.
So is there what
Yeah.
if there was one kind of tip you could give someone for wild camping? Could be to do anything along the whole journey of wild camping, to do packing your bag while you're there, your food, whatever. Any tip you could give someone? What would you say
Listen,
to
I said
someone?
it in the first podcast, people. My tip, right, is water.
Yeah.
If you don't bring enough water, you're fucked. You're fucked. Yeah. Never mind if you don't want to drink. Think, I ain't gonna drink that much water. If you want to fucking brush your teeth, cook your food, yeah, and don't get sunstroke like I did when we went on our little family one. Yeah, right.
Jimmy sunstroke.
Yeah,
Jimmy sun-kissed.
And listen,
yo, your man come out the next day looking like a raisin.
Bro,
you swear you was dehydrated.
Bear in mind, right? I'm in this tent now, so I've got my little one lying next to me in a little compartment. I'm in my compartment, sick tent, like, you get me, but it was a 6th berth, there's only 2 of us in there, but I'm zipped into the little bedroom bit, then obviously you're zipped into your fucking, the actual tent itself, and I'm zipped into my sleeping bag. People, if you've ever fucking had to be sick, right,
emergency exit,
an emergency exit at a freeze it, yeah, oh, I'm talking this close, you know. I literally made it out the fucking tent. It's like the tent was giving birth to me. I've just got my head out. You know what? Shouts out to Dwayne, because if it weren't for him, he was the one. And then again, what did I have? I had no water next to me, so he was the one that brought some water over for me.
Yeah,
get me sorted me out.
Water.
I would say.
Top tip. What would you say?
Top tip. I would say, and that now, yeah, is just you just plan of your bag. So when I say that, I mean when you're going wherever you're planning to go, pack your bag up a week before you're due to go. Have it all packed up ready, right? And then unpack it, and then look at what you've got and think, do I really need that?
Yeah.
Do I really need this? And start to strip your bag down. So what you're taking with you and what you think you need. Right, and I'm a sucker for it all the time, because
there's enough stuff you do not need.
You get me? I'm giving you advice that I don't even give myself, that I should take into consideration. So pack your bag a week before you go in. Pack your bag a week before you go in. Then unpack it as the days get closer to your day of you leaving, and actually think to yourself, do I need this? Do I need that? And take out bits and bobs that you don't need, because every gram, every kilo that you have in your bag makes a big difference. So I would just say your bag prep, like prep your bag a week before you go. And then unpack it and pack it again, leading up to the days when you actually go, to minimise your kit.
And look for the spaces in there where there's empty space. How you can move your stuff.
Yeah. So like, just plan your bag properly. That's me.
Go on, sorry.
I would say climatise. Like the first trip I went on, Forest of Wye, I wore a lot of layers from early on in the day, and then when it came to the night,
you had no layers to put on.
I had no layers to put on. So, do you know what I mean?
Your body had already set yourself to that temperature.
So like now what I've learned is, if you see from the footage, people, now daytime, mate, I'm in t-shirt, vest. I wake up in the morning, I'm in my vest. Do you know what I mean?
Still.
I kind of,
it does work.
Yeah, and that come the night time, anything I put on, it's like when I jump into my bed, vest, boxers, sleeping bag,
it works chicken dinner, I did that at Lake District.
That is because the first time we went camping Forest of Wye, I was right like, can I do this again? If I do this again, I've got to climatise.
I spent the most of that day. I spent most of the Lake District in my. I mean, I had a coat when we got there because it was raining or whatever. But I remember taking the coat off when we got to camp, and I literally had my polo shirt on and my fisherman's coat, like waist jacket on with all my shit in it, and literally I had that to the evening, and like it wasn't cold, even though it was raining. It wasn't too cold. I was all right, but then I had my thermal shirt on, in my bag. Then as the temperature dropped, I remember putting that on, and mate, I just felt the warmth.
Yeah, because I remember when you come out, you was jiggy.
And I was good, mate. Yeah, so that's a good one.
So water. I think them are some good top tips. Yeah. Water, pack accordingly, revise your kit. You know, unpack each couple of days before, and you know, look at the space, alter it, and climatise. Know what you're taking, and you know, break it up throughout the day as you're going to put your layers on. And
just another one, let me just throw one in there as well, just another quick one. Wherever you're going, make sure you know, like, you've done your research on where you're going. As much as you can do, research where you're going, because it's always, you need to know what you're going to get yourself into.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you can help it, research the area where you're going, unless you're just going off on a mad one and you're not going to plan anything, you're just going to go whatever. If you're planning something and you know that you're going to a particular area and you've set your mind on it, some.
There's a lot of forums in there with people who have gone there before, who could tell you of what the terrain's going to be like, what type of stuff you should be taking. So that's it from us. That's our 3 tips for your wild camp.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You have to always remember, we live in England, people. So we all know what the English weather's like. Bring a relatively waterproof coat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you need that. It doesn't have to be warm. It doesn't have to be like your bad boy Gore-Tex Burgos thing.
Bro, I bought that top and the trousers that I wore when we won Lake District. I paid I think about 18 quid for that. Come in a nice little bag, you know what I mean? And that jacket, waterproof, you know what I mean? It's not fashionable, but mate, it keeps me dry. And that's all I care about.
So but you know what?
Because that will ruin your whole camping night. Your sleep.
Being wet is a problem. You know what I mean? Because you ain't going into nowhere at night where you can turn the fucking central heating on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if you're
dry
wet,
as long as you can.
you're wet.
Yeah. So yeah, we're ready to wrap it up, folks. Got anything else you want to touch on?
Shout out to Thingy. Shout out to Diggy.
Oh yeah, competition. When we forgot, yeah.
Shout out to Diggy for the competition.
Yeah. So we've done the competition in Shropshire.
Yeah.
We done the draw. Diggy won. We sent him his stuff, and check out his they do a live Insta sound clash with him and Superbam. So at InfDiggy, at Superbams. I'm not sure if Superbam's official or Superbam, but I'll drop them in the description. And they do an Insta live sound clash every week. And yeah, man, they drop some bangers.
They've done a nice shout out to us.
Yeah, they've done a nice shout out. Get me
definitely.
man, let man know that we're moving in the right direction, and that's what it's all about. So make sure you follow them up, and if you're looking for something to jam out to when you're in your yard and that, then man, I got you covered.
You know what? I think what we do need to touch on is as well, Lake District, we had Farrell, big up Birmingham Elite once again, and Stephen.
Yeah, Mirrors, man.
Mirrors,
big shout out.
Big
Lord
shout
of the
out to
fishery.
You because you know what? Particularly you, man, on the
fishing. Yeah. I love it, bro. I love it, bro.
You know what? He was definitely the man. So we've got a big shout out to Farrell and Stephen.
And you made it a good trip as well, lads. We enjoyed the company and that.
100%.
Good lads.
Good energy.
And we love the fact that you enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? We could tell that you was gassed about it and that you enjoyed it. It wasn't easy at some times, like some parts, but we all had a good crack. We all had a good laugh, you know. And and I can't wait to get on another. We can't wait to get on another one with you because it was just wicked, man.
Yeah, it was good people, good vibes.
Yeah, so fair play to them. Shouts out Birmingham Elite and shouts out.
Like we
Steve,
said,
man.
if you want to get involved on the next camp, hit us up. It's what we're all about, man. Spreading the good energy, spreading the vibes, spreading the experience.
Fucking
yeah. Go on, Lisa. Go on, here.
No.
Oh,
but so I think that's
I think that's it. So we ain't even said it, or the whole segment. We ain't said it. Like, share, subscribe,
comment.
Yeah. Stop pointing up there.
Hit the notification
Stop
bell.
pointing up.
Where am I pointing in?
To the subscribe. Where does the subscribe come?
Oh, down the bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom,
My man's always like this. I'm like, you were trying to change.
Yeah, because the link. Hit the subscribe button.
I'm putting that way.
Hit the notification
You know what? Wherever it is,
It comes here.
Yeah.
Watch this
like
now. Watch this now. Magic, yeah. Watch, boom.
Oh,
subscribe. Boom. Click it.
I loves the editing.
And also, there's the links in the top over there. There's the links in the top there for the other videos.
Yeah, they're all there.
So come on in, man. Let's drop a comment. Let us know what you're thinking, people. But yeah, so just before we go as well, shout out to, like I say again, Birmingham Elite, Stephen. They was actually supposed to be on the show today, but
prior
engagements have come up, so unfortunately they couldn't be here. But we'll get them on a later date. And we'll have on the next episode we'll have some people joining us, so we'll keep you posted and let you know about that. But yeah,
I think that's it, people.
That's it, mate.
Love.
See you next time.
Boom.